Okay, waiting for Instagram to go live now.
Come on, Instagram.
There it goes. It's ready. It's going. I think. Yes, it's live. We're live everywhere.
Good morning. Good morning.
We are holiday decked out.
What are you talking about?
I said we're decked out.
I didn't get the memo. Let me find our. I'm rusty, so give me a second. I'm rusty here. I gotta find the feed so I can see who we're talking to. Good morning, everybody. I see Nancy on there.
I see Nancy too. Good morning, Nancy.
Did you do your bell?
Oh no! Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling. What'd you call me?
Oh, we're punched. We're punch drunk this morning. Good morning, everybody. It is Steady Hall. It's 9 o'clock. We are coming live from two different places just because that's the way the schedule works today. I have to go on the road to take my granddaughter to her mom for the holidays. And Josh is working up in St. Augustine this morning, it looks like.
I am. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Look at that. Morning. Cut up and sew crews on there. Nancy,
that's
Christy,
right.
Maria. I love it. Christy,
right.
we're thinking about you.
Yes, we are.
Hey, Trish. Good morning.
Trish is up early.
Yeah. Holy cow.
She's
it's got to be cold. Woo. It's cold in Florida, so I know it's cold.
Can you imagine? I know. Very cold.
Yeah.
How many of the Floridians put on their heat this morning? Yep. Yep. Raise your hand if you put on your heat this morning.
Yeah, I totally put it on. And so, good morning. You want to pop on and say hello real fast?
Who's this?
He's here.
Hey, morning.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
What's your shirt say?
That's great.
Santa's favorite sales consultant.
We all need one of those.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Good morning.
Good
I'll
morning.
see you a little bit. All right. Hey, Janice. Hey, Louise. Hey, Pat. Hey, Linda. That's great.
Trish has the heat wave. She's almost as warm as we are.
Just sweatpants. 42, 32. That's great.
Maria has the fan on.
Good.
Yeah.
It is cold in Florida. All right, Tony, what is this that we're doing today? Just in case we have some new friends on. What is this?
This is Study Hall, and we meet every Saturday at 9 o'clock. We talk about events and classes, and since we haven't seen Drex in a while, I made him in charge of talking about a couple things first.
I got a giant sticky note.
You did?
That's an ugly blazer, guy. Yeah. Yeah. Now, wait, am I an ugly blazer guy? Or is the blazer ugly? Yes. Yesterday was our ugly Christmas sweater day at both of the shops, and I was like, it's too hot. Yesterday was hot for a sweater, and so I found this fancy schmancy thing, and I thought, you know what? I'll put it on for this morning. Very festive.
And he has sparkly glasses too now.
It
has a blinky light on it.
Santa on a shark. I wear it every year. But you're right, Judy. It is butt ugly. Yeah, that was the goal. All right, Tony, where do you want to start?
Well, I passed it off to you. Why don't you start with the closings? Let's reiterate what we're doing over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Christmas is almost here. So, of course, there's some holiday hours. So the 24th and 25th, we are closed. And when we're giving you these hours, by the way, with the exception of one thing, and I'll point it out, it's the same for both locations. So both locations are closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We close at 3 o'clock on the 31st. Tony, I'm looking at you to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. We close at 3 o'clock on New Year's Eve, and we are closed New Year's Day.
Right.
On the 2nd, we're having a celebration of life for my father. And so Palm Coast is going to be closing at 2 o'clock on the 2nd, just FYI. So that is only Palm Coast. If something changes, we'll let you know. But as of now, that's the plan. I just want to say something real fast, and I can't talk about it a lot because I'll get super emotional. But just thank you sincerely, everybody. The outpouring of love and support has been absolutely amazing. So thank you. It's been awesome. But yeah. So did I get all the dates?
You did. You did.
Okay. Nice.
I think it's funny because remember you said the hours would always 99.99% would always match. This is that 0.001%. It doesn't.
This is the one. That's right. So, but yeah, again, it's basically almost always. But the big ones are Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Those hours are the same across the board.
Okay. Awesome. And then we also have something coming up in February.
You mean the grand opening?
Yeah, tell them what we're doing.
So, well, okay. So we've been talking about how we're going to be having a grand opening on, I think it was going to be January the 4th was the initial date, right?
Correct.
That is just, honestly, it's just, there's a lot going on. And I'll take the blame for all this because it's just too much to do it really successfully like we want to do it. I mean, and we've had people go, we thought you already had a grand opening in St. Augustine. No. That was a soft opening. That was just a little taste of what we got planned. So in order to do it the way that we really want to do it, we've decided to push back the official grand reopening of the St. Augustine Cut Up and Sew to February 1st. And so we're going to definitely throw a bunch of more promotions and remind you guys constantly as we get closer. But we wanted to make sure that you kind of mark your calendars because it's going to be a big, fun party day. We're going to have door prizes, and it's going to be an official grand reopening, scissor cutting, ribbon cutting ceremony. I get to use my giant scissors again, which I'm really excited about. They've just been sitting on my shelf, and I'm like, well, I'll never use those again. So that's February the 1st. So that's going to be a big one. But let's back up a little bit. So we told you that we're closed on those days, but we're open all the other days. Mm-hmm. So we still have Christmas sales going on. The first thing I'll point out is the baby lock behind me. What? Baby lock in St. Augustine? That's right. We've been slowly introducing baby lock to the St. Augustine store and then vice versa, Bernina to the Palm Coast store. So people have been asking for feet and accessories and parts and bobbins and things. We're doing our best. We're working on it. We want to make sure we don't just bombard either store with items that they don't know. And so we've just been slowly kind of figuring out what we can bring to each location. So the big deal is that Baby Lock is here in St. Augustine. We have bobbins. We can get feet. In fact, I think we have a few, but we're bringing that stuff over. So if there's something you're looking for in either location, but it's at the other location, we're working on it. That makes sense?
I understood.
Okay.
Exactly.
Good. But the machines we've had since Black Friday, which feels like months ago, it hasn't been that long, but we've had the Black Friday sales that have just carried over into the Christmas sales. So if you haven't taken advantage or you've been thinking about getting either a travel machine or a gift machine for somebody, those machines, actually all the machines are still on sale until, I don't know when.
31st.
The 31st.
The 31st. Yeah, 31st.
Yeah, which makes sense. Okay, so just keep that in mind and give us a call if you have questions. Also, we've got, what do we got? Holiday sale. All holiday fabric is 30% off.
30% off. Yep.
30% off. And if you spend $100 on a gift card or more, you'll get $10 back. It's basically like a bounce back coupon. So you spend $100 or more on a gift card, which I know you guys are doing because everybody loves a gift card. It's hard sometimes to shop and pick items. Just get them a gift card. It makes so much more sense. And the gift cards can be used at either location, both locations. So that's kind of nice. That makes it even easier for people. But if you spend $100 or more, you'll get $10 back. Free money.
Yep. And you can get more than one gift card. Just has to be 100 gift cards in one transaction. So get a gift card for all your friends, or get a gift card for yourself to budget for the next year. Like, I'll spend $50 every month or more. There's ways to work around it.
Yeah. Work the system. Find the loophole. That's exactly right. I see a question. Do you still have any 108-inch with wide back Christmas backing left? Which store, please?
We have some down in here in Palm Coast still. The gray
Yeah, I
with the
know.
snowflakes on it.
Well, Bonnie just bought the rest of that real nice charcoal one with the red and the. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. The best thing to do, honestly, is at 10 o'clock, call the Palm Coast store. I would start there and ask them, because we can tell you for sure. We did sell, because we've had a finish it up retreat going on in Palm Coast, and they've been buying a lot of backing and Christmas fabric. So I don't want to say yes and then it not be there. So don't drive to either location until you call first.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Shirley, and from Virginia. I bet it is cold there. Woo.
She's got flurries. She can keep those flurries.
Oh, Melanie, who literally is downstairs in St. Augustine, says we have red and white snowflake. Thank you, Melanie. That's awesome.
Nice. Nice.
That's awesome when that works out in real time.
We had the gray one with snowflakes on it in Palm Coast.
I think that's what Bonnie just bought the rest of, though.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Cool beans.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's see my checklist so far. Thank you for the support. The closing dates, the holiday sales are almost over.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got class reunion. What's a class reunion, Tony?
It's a party. It's our second annual class reunion. We were. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Jinx. Okay,
so
I'll
much
talk.
She's more in person together.
Yeah, it is easier. So if you came to the class reunion last year, you know what we're talking about. I mean, it was awesome. It's basically a giant show and tell. We want to see, and we want you guys to come and share what you've made or what you've been inspired to make here at Palm Coast. So, and we're now encouraging anyone who has made anything, even if it was beads, hey, you're part of the family, so welcome. But this is in Palm Coast, mainly because of the space of the classroom we have. We move all the tables, we set up 40, 50 chairs, and we just have a big old celebration of the community. And so bring a show and tell item or two, nothing too crazy, please. And we just want to see what you've been, been up to this entire year at Cut Up and Sews, plural. And it's fun. So that's on the 28th, right?
Yes, 28th. It is the 28th at 10:30. We are asking that you only bring in like 2 to 3 items, mainly because it will have so many people showing, telling. And we're going to have several of our teachers there as well in attendance. So bring your projects that you finished with teachers so they can see it, and maybe get a picture with your teacher as well so they can see what you have accomplished with taking their classes. I think that's really important. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, and I'll also take the opportunity, since we're going to have a captive audience and basically the Cut Up and Sew crew and the community there, to ask some questions, somewhat like a Java with Josh, about, okay, so these are the classes you've taken this year. What class did you miss out on that you're dying to have again? Or, just what can we do to make 2025 even better? And that's, I love the gatherings like this, especially with the people who come to our shops often, because your input is huge in what we do. It helps us grow and all that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So please come and hang out with us. And if you can't stay for the whole thing, because last time we had 30, 40 people. I don't know. It was a lot. So it was a few hours, but it's great. And even if you can come for just a little bit, we'd love for you to come in and share something you made.
Are we gonna have donuts?
Do what?
Are we gonna have donuts?
We can have donuts.
Not to bribe everybody. Yeah, there's Nina. She's on vacation.
I sure do wish you were closer to me. I'd really love to be there for all these events. We would love to have you for those events, but the good thing is, what a segue, we're going to have you here for a few events. Very, very soon. Mm-hmm. Tony, what are the dates of Nina's classes coming up? And how many openings do we have? Did you ever get the number?
Yep, I did.
Sorry. Okay.
So we have her coming the 9th, the 10th, and 11th in January, which is a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. the 9th, unfortunately, is full, but put yourself on that wait list because we do call people. It's the free motion, free motion 1 class. So if you don't know nothing about free motion, that's the class you want to take. But again, it's full. We have free motion 2. So you've dabbled in free motion a little bit and you kind of want to grow and learn some different design elements. That is going to be on the 10th, and there are 5 spots available in that class. So if you're going, invite a friend to come along with you so you guys can learn together. That's the best way to learn. And then on Saturday, Chop It Like It's Hot. This is a class I want to take. Josh, are you taking it?
I would love to, but the chance, you know what I want though? I want to leave the spaces open for, and you should take it, Tony. I know you've been wanting to take it. So, but I would love for everyone else to have an opportunity to take this class. This is one that I have, since day one of meeting Nina, been like, we got to do it. We got to do it. It's awesome. Just because it's art, it's fun, it's creative. It's a million different types of techniques and fibers, and it's a hot mess in the greatest sense of the word. And I'm excited for it. So, and I think, what'd you say? There's 5 spots?
There's 5 spots left in that class as well. So
yeah, sign up for that. It's going to be awesome. If you have not had a chance to see Nina, either take a Nina class or see Nina in person, or either on one of our, because we've had her on our lives a handful of times. I'm telling you, she's infectious. She talks about creating a warm and welcoming community. Well, she does the exact same thing. I mean, her classes are phenomenal, and you can't help but just get excited about what you're doing because she is so inspiring and so excited about it. Like, it's obvious that Nina loves teaching. It comes across, and so it just makes you enjoy the class even more. So seriously, and check out Nina's work. I mean, NinaQuilts.com. Nina, tell me if that's wrong. I think that's what it is.
yeah, Nina, put in your website so people can go visit.
Drop your website for them, and you can see some of her work. She's taught at Houston, but she travels all over the place, and she's awesome. And we're just fortunate to call her friend, and she comes to us every year, which is great.
Yeah, that's great. And look at everyone says her classes are amazing. You can see people who took them last time from her. So
yeah, it's awesome. So sign up for that. Sign up for those.
Yeah, those classes.
And when Nina, you may not know this, but another perfect segue. In January, our fiber play is meeting on the
9th.
I wrote it down. The 9th. Yeah, thank you. So the Fiber Art Club, Fiber Art Play, I forgot we changed the name to, has been just so cool to see. You know, we talk about all the time, pounding flowers, Zentangle. What did you guys just do, Tony? The
Mosaic.
The mosaic. Yeah. Well, very fitting that the next one in January is going to be thread painting, and Nina will happen to be here. So, Nina, hopefully you're not going to be too tired after your class, and you can hang out with us that evening because it's from 5 to 7, right?
Yeah.
5 to 7.
Yes, 5 to 7. And we might push it to
Tony,
5:30 just to wrap up the class beforehand. But yeah.
Actually, that's probably a good idea. So we'll do 5:30. It'll start at 5:30. And then Tony's right. So technically, I'm going to be the one hosting that and maybe showing some techniques. And Tony goes, "Oh, Nina's going to be there. No pressure." I'm like, all right, game on. I got to practice up a little. No, it's the whole point of the fiber play is the word play. It's to have fun, try something, get out of your comfort zone, learn a little technique maybe that you can incorporate to some of your future projects. I mean, that's the whole goal. And honestly, it is just fun, totally stress-free, relaxed environment. It's great. So I'm excited for that. And we've got the new machines. We've got the 990 and the Radiance and the M8 or 9480, all with stitch regulators and a Q20 to play with. So we've got machines for people to play on, which I'm really excited about.
Which is good. Which is really good.
Yeah. NinaQuilts.com. I got it right. Nice.
Yeah, look at you. You haven't lost your touch.
What's next?
You have shop hop. You want to talk about shop hops right now?
Shop hop. Which one? There's 2. We'll start with this one.
Oh,
The pattern parade.
Ta-da!
So this is, I always call it kind of the local shop hop because it is the shops that are fairly close together, which is nice. You've got Cut Up and Sew in 2 locations, Cinnamon's 2 locations, Miss D's, the Sew and Quilt Company, Tilted Quilter, all of those are close enough that you can knock this out in a week, because honestly, I think it's only a week, 18th to the 25th of January. So what I love about it is that it's a pattern parade, as opposed to just getting little quilt blocks that, I mean, that's fun and all, but I've never heard of a pattern parade or a pattern shop hop before, so I'm sure it's been done. But I just think it's cool that every shop you go to, you're going to get a pattern that is got, and it's going to be different even if there's two locations. For example, Cut Up and Sew, you're going to get two separate patterns, and each shop has made their own quilt, which will be on the front of the pattern, which is really cool. I love that. I don't know if you've done a pattern shop hop before, Tony, but it was new to me, so I thought it was super cool.
It's very cool.
And the shop hop passports have been on sale, and you guys need to come and get them, because in January, I think on January 1, it goes up a couple dollars. I don't remember the pricing. Do you know?
It's $5 now or $7 January 1.
That's $2. Come on. Every
That's half
little
a
bit
passport.
counts. That's right. So get your pattern parade passports now, because that is coming up next month. That is soon. That's really, really cool. And then, of course, we have the All Florida Shop Hop, and the magazines, which are the passport, are on pre-sale now. So you won't get the magazines until, what did they say, like the 19th?
Yeah, I would say that the 18th or 19th of January. Yeah, middle.
So you are getting it in advance. But if you guys have done the All Florida Shop Hop or even participated, you know a couple things. A, the magazines sell out every single year. Even last year, when I thought the fabric was butt ugly, it still sold out. The magazine sold out. By the way, the fabric this year is awesome.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
I wasn't expecting it. I said, okay, let's see the shop hop fabric. But no, it's fantastic. So it's just another reason to get excited. But the magazines sell out. Also, even if you're not doing the actual shop hop, where you don't have to do all of them, even if you're not going to do the whole region, the magazine has like 7 patterns, and it's got a list of all the quilt shops in Florida, all the current shops in Florida. So it's a really neat magazine to have just for that. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, I think people who didn't do the shop hop bought a lot of the magazines the past 2 years, it's part of the reason why the magazines sell out so quick, to be honest with you. Exactly. So get the magazine ahead of time. And again, if you want to wait, just come in as soon as we get them. I'd say it's January 18th or 19th. I would get them ASAP, even though the shop hop isn't till March.
Correct.
Because they do sell out for sure. Okay. I think that's it for the shop hops, right?
Okay. Denise asked, do we need sewing machines for thread painting? Denise, no, because what's going to happen is the classroom is going to be filled with machines for Nina's classes. We have enough machines around the floor, and we'll probably just be taking turns. So don't worry about that. We'll figure out all the details for the Fiber Play Club in January and too. So yeah, but I don't think you're going to be bringing your machines. But if you're here for Nina, your machine might be already here. So there you go.
Yeah, and now technically, the only thing I want to say to that, Denise, is if your machine is fairly portable and you'd really like to play on your machine, because and I get why you would want to do that, feel free to bring it in. I don't want to deter anybody from bringing it in, but we are going to kind of set up little stations so everybody can play and try a stitch regulator versus non-stitch regulation. I want to provide it to where it's more of, again, just to play. I don't want you to have to bring a bunch of stuff and worry about lugging. Yeah. So, but if you do have a machine that you're like, I really want to try this on my machine, feel free to bring it. I mean, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, the classroom will have like 8 people's machines there overnight. So just saying, it will be tight. We'll make it work though.
Yeah, totally. Well, that's what I mean. We may do it out in the actual floor room, and we may just set out some tables. So we're adaptable. We'll figure it out. Is adaptable a word? I think it is.
Adaptable is now a word. We'll deem it a word. So I think it is one.
Yes, I'm in the class, so my machine will be there. Oh, well, then there you go. Then yes, you can bring your machine.
Debbie says, have I set up the EQ designer class? I will be setting it up here in the next coming weeks. It's not until I think I've set it up for actually in March, only because January and February for us at the shop is so much going on. We have shop hops, we have quilt shows. So Deb, watch the calendar. Probably I'll talk about it next week once I get it up there for people to sign up, because I know there's a lot of you who want to sign up for the EQ.
Are you talking about the EQ8?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
There's
Okay.
also IQ classes that people were asking about. I want to make sure we were talking about the EQ8, the quilting design software.
Yeah, but Debbie doesn't have a baby lock.
Yes, she does.
No, I thought she had a Janome.
Well, she
Anyway.
got a baby lock embroidery machine. And soon she will have, well, we won't get into that on here, but I'm excited.
Okay, let's get to some classes. Do you have anything else on your list? I don't think you have anything else on your list, do you?
Grand opening February 1st, Fiber Play 9th, Shop Hops, class reunion, holiday sales. Thank you for that. I'm done.
Oh, all right. We're in well, since it's almost 9:30. See, Josh is not allowed to be off for more than a week at a time. It takes up a lot of time. But that was all very important information. And I think some things I've skipped and forgotten over the last couple of live shows. So I'm glad he was able to step into those. So let's just touch base a little bit on classes. I don't want to take too much of your time because it is Saturday before Christmas. And I have a feeling some of you are wrapping, baking, or shopping today. So let's start with Palm Coast, and let's start with January. I'm not going to go too far into the year, just can keep you on top of mind. Nina's coming the 9th, the 10th, 11th. We talked about that. Joanne is starting a new Friday quilt called Starry Log Cabin. It's going to be on the 3rd, the 17th, and the 24th, and the 31st. So it is a 4-week course. You make this really pretty log cabin block with a secondary design in it with a star. Sign up for that. Tulip
Is that
Pink.
the purple and green one?
Is it purple and green? Yeah, I think so. I think that's the purple and green one. Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous, and that's the one people were asking for. That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So Tulip Pink, we were going to meet in St. Augustine in January. We're not. We will be back in Palm Coast just because we don't need to be up in St. Augustine because the grand opening now is February 1st. So we're going to meet in the Palm Coast January 4th for Tulip Pink and the EPP Club. What else we got going on? We do actually have a lot going on. Just kind of touching some high points here. We have our project, our Sewing for Charity Project Linus in Palm Coast on the 25th of January. So sign up for that. And the other thing, I just want to reiterate again, please sign up for free clubs. So like the Fiber Play Club, please sign up, even if it's free, because this month I had to make kits and I didn't know how many kits to make for the club. So it's really important that we have a really good head count even for free clubs so we can prepare for them. So, and if something happens where we have to reschedule or whatever, we won't be able to contact people. So don't forget to sign up even for free clubs because we have all our clubs kicking back off in January. I am teaching the jelly roll rug as well in January in Palm Coast on the 23rd and the 30th. If you're interested in learning how to do something really cool and different with jelly roll strips and maybe make a rug. We're going to also talk about placemats and other stuff. I know.
By the way, something, sorry, Tony, to cut you off. Normally we have the text scrolling. So if you guys are not receiving text messages from us, sign up, or all you got to do is text Cutting Crew in all capitals to 85100. People have been saying, and something we'll look into, that they aren't getting all of the reminders for their classes. We're going to get that fixed. We're going to figure it out. I think it's just an internal thing because that's an automated feature. But we will get that back up and running, and it's just a nice thing to have. When you sign up for a class, you'll get a text message reminder. Also, when we have our Project Linus charity sewing, it'll send out a reminder, or we kind of select things to kind of remind you about, like our grand opening. So it's just a nice way to keep in touch with what we got going on, because you can obviously tell we got a lot going on.
Correct.
Yeah.
And what I encourage you to do is whenever you're shopping or if you're calling the shop, can you just say, hey, can you verify my mobile phone in the system so we can just make sure your number's correct and it's in the right area? So we have like 2 different lines for phone numbers. We want to make sure you have your approval for texting. So that's the big
I
thing.
ask everybody's name when they or ask for their phone number when I ring you up. The very few times that I ring people up, I say, "What's your phone number?" And they look at me like I don't know who they are. And I'm like, "No, I'm doing that to make sure that we have your cell phone number correct in the system." So it helps. Yeah.
Yep. So that's Palm Coast for January, just like I said, a high level. Let's go to St. Augustine because classes are building up in St. Augustine, really kicking off in January. So we've got our mastery classes all set up. We have our collage quilts with Joanne on Saturdays. So that would be a great way for you to learn that technique. Another highly requested class. And Joanne really wanted to teach it up in St. Augustine. We have Louise teaching a simple, elegant tee. So if you want an introduction to garment sewing and you're up in St. Augustine or Jacksonville area, come on down for classes. You can sign up for that. That is the 16th, and that's a Thursday. And then we have Christy. I'm going to come back and do some biannual project classes that are kind of an introduction to biannual patterns. So if you've never worked with Soft and Stable, or you've never worked with biannual patterns, or you've worked with them and they're just like overwhelming for you, these are perfect classes for you to kind of feel more comfortable. Christy will walk you hand in hand to all the directions. So she has on the 23rd, and then these are Thursday classes. She has the Peacekeeper, which is a little zipper project bag, which is kind of cool, and the clam up bag as well. Yeah. So you're going to learn mesh, you're going to learn soft and stable, you're going to learn zipper, you're going to learn to do binding biannual. It's going to be it's well worth it. Even if you've done it before on your own, this is great tips and tricks you'll learn from.
Christy's phenomenal. If you have not taken a bag class with any classes with Christy, I'm telling you, she's great. She's patient. She's just a really good educator who's had a lot of experience and just learned how to work with everybody at different levels all at the same time. So she's great. Take a class with her for sure.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And the other thing I really want to put a shout out is Sewing Studio in St. Augustine. We want to start building that community up there. So on Mondays in St. Augustine, the classroom is open for anybody to come in. It is a $5 charge. So again, sign up before you get there. You can sign up the day of, but you take a chance of it being full. But we really want to build that community up in St. Augustine. So sign up, and even if you're maybe in Palm Coast, and maybe take a day trip and do something different and go up there and just kind of get it going. We want to get it going in January for the Sewing Studio in St. Augustine.
Yeah, where you guys at? What's going on? It took a little bit for the people in Palm Coast to find us and come together, and now that room is full every single Monday. So I have a feeling we'll do it in St. Augustine too. It's just, people got to get in the groove, and they got to see, whoa, Cut Up and Sew is always open on Mondays for us. Like, that it's an awesome way to meet new people and just to sew around friends. So you're not having to do it at home alone.
Mm-hmm. And what I've discovered is a lot of people that are new to the area gravitate to it. So that's the best thing to do if you're new to the area or just moved to St. Augustine or Palm Coast to hang out and meet some locals. And the other shout out I want to give to for January classes in St. Augustine is the Bloom and Grow Stitch Along. This is something really unique. I've never actually heard of something like this. Cindy and Brenda are hosting this. It is a 7-week program serging a quilt together. And the quilt's really pretty. I would love to see it in person. I haven't had a chance to see it physically. But if you go to the website, cutupandsew.com, click on St. Augustine classes, it's going to be on Fridays. And you do have to bring your serger. And every week there are going to be tips and tricks on how to put this quilt together. The class does include the pattern, and which is unique to, I don't know who are the patterns from. I think it's a Bernina pattern, but it's good for all machines. So all cover stitch machines. And I think you have to have at least a 4th thread, I think is what she said. But read the descriptions there on the website to sign up. But it's a really interesting class. And if you have a serger, this is a great way to learn how to use different things on your serger and make a quilt. That still dumbfounds me. So I can't wait to see how this all works out.
I'm excited for that one. It's very different than some. I love it because we haven't done anything like this before. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. I'm really curious about it. So
yeah.
Let's see. What's people are asking comments. Amanda says your jacket is hurting your eyes.
Mine too. So it's fair.
And Amanda needs help on her roll for hem foot, so she might be in today. So who's working today in Palm Coast?
I don't know.
It'll be fun. Amanda, anytime you have a question or something about your machine, always call first to make sure we have the right expert there to help and guide you. That way you don't come and we all try to figure it out on the fly.
Yeah. Also, Amanda, if you hit me up, I can get in touch with like Judy, for example, or someone who that they're the expert, and I can connect you with them. And then you can kind of work around your schedule too. So, because sergers are not something that everyone is an expert on. I'm speaking from experience. Personally, I know how to thread them and I know how to operate them. When someone goes, well, when would I use this stitch? I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out. Judy. So everybody has their wheelhouse, and we want to make sure that you get the right answers.
Information. Yeah, exactly. Denise says,
Denise, I always love you always have the best attitude, and you're always excited to try something new. I love that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Nina says the first quilt she ever made was totally in the serger. Wow, that's kind of cool, Nina. I didn't know that. I mean, I've quilted. I have done strip quilts in the serger for babies, but I've never done this one. Looks really. There's applique. There's like a decorative stuff going on. So
yeah.
So that's
Sergers
just
are awesome.
Right. They are. And we've got some really good ones, especially with the applaud now as well. So we've got a lot of choices for sergers or serging cover stitches and decorative stitches. So
Amanda.
yeah, Amanda. There's nothing wrong with shopping with fabric. So that's just
I mean, you have to.
You have to shop for fabric if you're coming in. So but that's just the overview of January in both locations. We've got so much going on over the next couple of months. The first couple months of the year are always the busiest for us with shows, shop hops, everything else.
Yep, and February is the quilt show. So, oh boy, buckle up. We're excited.
We're just getting warmed up.
Before 2025 starts, make sure you focus. We've got like 1 week left. I don't even know what is today's date.
We have a week.
That's crazy. So, I mean, it's almost Christmas. Last minute Christmas shopping. Get in, get the gift card, do whatever you can. Those sales are still happening. Also, class reunion. That's a big one that I'm just going to keep harping because we want all of you. You guys are so important to what we do. Without you, what's the point? Toni and I would still just talk to ourselves, but it would be zero fun. So we want you guys to come and be a part of this because you truly are a part of it. I say that with all sincerity. So the 28th from 10:30 to whenever we stop, I would love to see everyone there in Palm Coast. So St. Augustine folks, it's a little 30-minute jog. Easy peasy. Come and hang out with us, please. And even if you, like I said, and I'll just kind of reiterate it, if you've been a customer of Bees for years, and you haven't really figured out the cut up and sew vibe yet, we would love for you to come and share what you made. Hey, it's in the same building, so technically, you're a part of the community, whether you like it or not. So we want you to come. It doesn't have to be something that you made only in a class in the Palm Coast cut up and sew. I guess that's where I'm trying to. We want you guys to come, and we just want to grow the community. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
And we do say it doesn't have to be something from a class.
Right.
It's a class reunion, but it doesn't have to be something from class.
If it inspired you, if you bought a fat quarter, and you used it in a quilt, but you're proud of it and you want to share it with us, please bring it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We're starting regaining daylight. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, because it's the winter solstice today. Ooh.
Oh,
First day. That's why it's so cold. In Florida, anyway.
Thank you, Denise. We love you too.
Thank you, Denise. So that's it. That's a wrap.
That's
Whew.
everything.
So
As
what we
always,
got-
call us if you have questions, because I know we just threw a lot out for the past 40 minutes. I'll take the blame for that. I've been out, so you know.
He's
got a
got
lot
working
of
the
stuff
back
bottled
end.
up. Yeah, that's right. But no, please reach out if you have questions on either classes or just anything. We're here for you, truthfully.
What's happening Monday at 9 o'clock?
Oh, Quilt Talk. Oh no. Formerly known as Quilt Talk. Jeez. We'll explain more about that on. We'll explain more about that on Monday. That's so funny. Yeah. So every Monday at 9 a.m. we do another live show, and we talk. We do have quilting tips and tricks with Joanne, but then we talk about all things happening in both locations, not just classes like we do here at Study Hall. So tune in Monday at 9 a.m., whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. We've got some exciting stuff and some new announcements, and we need some participation. We literally need your input.
We totally do.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Did I do all right? As soon as I said it, I was like,
you did great. Formerly known as. I love it.
Formerly known as. They're like, what are you talking about? You'll find out on Monday.
That's right. We gotta have some secrets. There's a couple.
Yeah,
things
that's right.
So that's my show.
All right. Well, you guys are amazing. If we don't see you before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. Hopefully, we'll at least see you virtually on Monday, just like this. This is better than nothing. We love that you guys hang out with us. And I know I'm a little long-winded at times, but it's because we're having so much fun. So if we don't, though, have a Merry Christmas. I think that's it, Tony.
Okay. Well, then, class is dismissed. Have a great weekend, everybody. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Bye, guys.
Bye.